Hey everybody, welcome back. My New Year's gift to you is we're going back to our favorite, the self-driving vehicle. This time I'm armed with a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more experience to navigate some of the challenges, some of the bugs that come with working with the Vex Coding Studio. So hopefully kind of we can do it a little bit more by the book and we can get a little bit more deeper into how these things actually work. I've been doing a ton of really fun stuff, actually getting them to recognize colors and respond to colors within the thing. So we're going to get to that. We're also going to, do the programming. I know we were able to get them to move extremely successfully, but we're going to look at kind of some more in-depth ways of programming them. So should be really good. Anyways, let's dive right into it. Let's go back to activity 2.1.2. We did this activity, but we had a hard time. If you'll think back, we had a hard time kind of doing it the official way. Like we were able to just say like, okay, how do we drive here? Start, make a left, go forward, make a right, go forward, and we'll be at the end, right? And we could kind of program that into the robot, not the robot, the self-driving vehicle. But we did kind of have an issue, where we weren't able to follow these broadcast and wait commands. We weren't able to get those to work. So we're going to try it again, and we're going to do it real carefully this time and see if we can get it to work. So let's see. So here we go. We're going to open up VCS Coding Studio right here. If you click right here on this icon, Vex Coding Studio, we're also going to get into working with Vex Vision sooner or later. There we go. I'm actually going to drag out the print hello VCS, and I am going to remember that we want to drag in 5 broadcasts and wait: a straight, a left, a straight, a right, and a straight. Here we go. So we're going to pull in broadcast and wait right here. Broadcast and wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we're going to come up here to the variable and events list right here, and we're going to click and add a new event. So the event, we have a started event, obviously. We're going to click on we're going to create a straight. And whenever I'm in Vex, I'm always using all caps just because I've had issues. I don't know if it was me or what it was, but I just use all caps all the time. And I've had good results with that. Straight, left, and one more event of right. Okay, and we'll save it up. There we go, straight, left, and right. And now the good news is I should be able to get straight, left, and right as our thing. So we want to go straight, left, straight, right, straight. Okay, straight, left, not started, straight, and then right, and then straight ahead again. Okay. Now let's go ahead and rename this as, let's call it like proj 1. I would love to get more into file names and savings, but I've been having trouble, at least on my MacBook, saving and opening them up later. It just doesn't work. So anyways, I'm just going to go with that, and I'm going to just download it to the robot, make sure it works for me here. Let's hit X. Okay, there, proj 1 is in there. You can see what happens. Let's see what happens when I click on it. Proj 1, absolutely nothing happens. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's exit the program and let's add some more features onto it here. Okay, so when straight, when left, when left, when right, right, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to skip through a little bit this right here, and I'm going to drag in some when events are happening right here. So I'm going to actually just drag in 3 when straight, 1 for straight, 1 for when left, and 1 for when right. You can see I already have one here for started. So I'm going to make this one for straight, and I'm going to make this one for left, and I'm going to make this one for right. Okay, now when straight, what I want to do is I want to put in this whole thing right here. If debug equals true, then brain LCD, I'm going to print straight and wait 1 second. If else, then if debug is false, then I'm going to have the car actually drive forward. So let's add that in here. Let's drag in our if statement right here. Now let's be a little bit careful because we don't have a debug variable yet here. So let's create a Boolean variable and let's call it debug. And let's save it right here. Here's our variable Boolean debug equals 0. Okay. So let's see. What do we do now? Okay, so if debug equals true, so I want to pull in this one right here to test our equality. You might remember doing this in Python. I'm going to go right here. Now I can't edit this right here, but I can go into my text function right here, and I can type in if debug equals, and instead of 1, I'm going to make it 0. Okay, so if debug equals 0, actually, maybe I'll leave it at 1. Okay, if debug equals 1, and we'll go back to text, and you can see it's changed it to debug equaling 1. Okay, so then if debug equals 1, I want to print something, not actually hello, but first, actually, before I print that, I'm going to clear the screen, and then I'm going to have it wait 1 second. Perfect. So let's drag that in. And then rather than printing hello, we're going to have it print straight. Straight. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to repeat this process again for left and right, and then we're going to test it out. So let's see. So let's see how quickly we can do it. Let's pull in an if, and you know what? Actually, okay, fine. We'll just go with it. If true, if true. Okay, now we'll pull in our equals, test for equality, not assignment of equality. There we go. We'll pull in that, and we will change our debug equals 1 if debug equals 1. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to the blocks, and we will print, or we'll clear the screens first, then we'll print hello. Sorry, I put that one in the wrong place. Okay, clear the screen and then print hello. And instead of printing hello, we're going to print left here. Better put a parenthesis on that one. And instead of hello here, we will print right. Okay, so let's save this, Control S. Let's download it, project 1. Let's see, does it work? Okay, user download. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let's click on OK. And again, absolutely nothing is going to happen. That's because right here, debug is set to 0. So let's escape from the program. Let's change debug to 1. And let's save it again, Control S, and let's download it again. Did it work? Download? Yeah, okay. Let's try it out now. Okay, user download, perfect. And we go straight, and we're probably gonna wait a second here, hopefully. Now, I would have thought that we would be seeing, oh, I know what happened. Okay, we forgot our wait 1 second. Yep, that makes sense. So we saw straight, and then we flashed through left in a millisecond, or 1/1 millionth of a millisecond, something like that. Then we flashed through right, and then we went back to straight, right? So we never really saw them for any amount of time. Uh-oh, that's making me nervous. Whatever. Okay, so let's see. So let's throw in our wait 1 second here and see if that helps with that problem right here. Okay, wait 1 second. All right, we'll save it again, download it again. Okay, we have uploaded it. All right, let's test it out again. Straight, left, straight, right, straight, and there it is. Program ends. Perfect. We did it. Okay, good. I know. That, believe me, I was proud of myself too. Okay, so now unfortunately, what we want to have happen is when we have debug equals 0, we want it to, instead of printing straight, left, straight, right, we want it to actually drive straight and then turn left and then go straight, right? So unfortunately, what we're going to need is, rather than an if statement, we're going to need an if else statement. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to fill in. Ooh, maybe I'm not going to do that. Let's see. Okay, let's try doing it this way. Pull out your if else statement and put it in the event handler right here, and then try just kind of transferring things over, and let's see if it works. Okay, that worked pretty good. Now you can delete that one, right? And did this work? Plug it in right there. I think it will be okay. I get nervous when we're working with these because they don't always work. Okay, so let's plug this one in above it. There we go. Pull this one kind of down here. Okay, there we go. And then fill that in, and then pull out your if and trash it. Okay, and then we'll do that one more time up here. Okay. Okay, then we'll trash this one. Interesting. Left looks good. These other ones don't. Let's go over to text. See, sometimes just going to text and then going back to blocks kind of cleans things up. You can see everything cleaned up kind of nicely. Now, you guys, if memory serves, are kind of masters of getting the cars to drive properly, right? We can drive forward, we can turn, we can spin the various motors. Um, so I'm going to let you figure out how to plug in the rest of what you need. It might actually say in here, you could use this or you could use something else. I'm okay either way with that. As long as we have this structure with our event handlers and our if else with our debug option available to us. That's what I'm going to check when we give you credit for your programs. There we go. There's one more thing we have to do, which is to create a while loop so we can repeat events. Now, this makes sense. What I'm going to do, and I kind of regret changing this. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens when we do this here. Let's say I wanted to repeat this a couple of times. I could pull in what's called a while loop, which we may have used before here. Let's pull in our while loop, and then let's pull in our broadcasts and waits into that while loop. And now we're going to create a count variable right here. So I'm going to create a number variable called I, and I'm going to save that right here. And I equals 0 at the beginning. So while this is true, let's say while I is less than 3, and let's go over here and started while, and we'll change this to I is less than 3. And then we'll say this, okay. We'll go over to blocks while I is less than 3. Go straight left, straight right, straight. And then we're going to have to add on to the count right here. Now I can't remember how you do this. I think you have to do a pure add in with our text right here. Let's see what happens when I pull this in here. No, tab won't work. Okay, and we'll say I equals I plus 1. And then we will put in our semicolon. Okay. You can see it change color. Perfect. Okay, let's go back to our blocks and take a look at it. And now we have this magical red and green block, which you can't actually find. I don't believe you can't pull that in from the blocks. You have to get it from the text. But let's save it, Control S, and let's pull it onto our robot. Hit X, user download. Okay, always a good sign when it downloads. And let's go ahead and check it out. Straight left, straight right, straight left, straight right, straight left, straight right. So you can see it's cycling through it's going to cycle through 3 times, right? 0, I equals 0. Then it's going to cycle through I equals 1. Then I is going to equal 2. It's going to cycle through one more time. Then I is going to be 3. So it's no longer going to be less than 3. It's going to stop. And with that, I'm going to end the video there. Happy to be back with the self-driving vehicles. Happy to be back at work. See you guys soon.